We're diving straight into this today, and we're right into Hyrule Castle straight away. And I believe this is the first time since A Link to the Past that Hyrule Castle is actually a dungeon. And there we go. Midna was using the parts of the Twilight equipment. She was able to break the barrier around Hyrule Castle. And it's looking pretty damn big from here. And I have to say I quite enjoyed this place when I was playing it. And this was my first time getting here. And you can really see the scale of the place just from here. Like, it's a pretty nice place to look at. First things first, we're going to take down the flying enemies because you know they're going to get in our way at some point. And I think I only managed a couple. We have actual hedges here. No, they can't be slashed. And our sword, I believe, has lost its light capabilities here, because I believe no more enemies are Twilight, so it's pretty redundant. But this is the main door to the main part of the dungeon. We're just on the outside trying to work our way in. And here we have small arenas where we're to fight waves of enemies, and this happens quite a bit in this dungeon, and I think it's pretty fun. I do like having to put my sword fighting to good use for once. And I believe in this fight I do manage to put some of my moves into good use. And we will get hurt if we tap the walls. And since we've got our improved spin attack, you always want to try and make sure you've got full health for these fights because it makes them a lot easier. And it's nice to have some good rain effects here as well. And I sort of cheesed this a bit, I made it a bit too easy for myself, but I thought why not try something a bit easier, because there's a hell of a lot of enemies. So I decided to equip some bomb arrows, which are really useful because they all bunch up together and they come in at the same time. And I just realised they're coming up from behind. And I was about to do a spin attack there, but I've lost all the niceness from it. But these guys are pretty weak here, so there's not much trouble. And it's nice how the rolling attack, the dodge attack, actually does some sort of AoE move as well, because it hits more than one person. Well, more than one enemy, I mean. And it's actually like very close to the end of the game now. I believe after this there'll be 2 more videos and then I'll be done. And as you guess here, there's going to be another arena. But this time, we've only got one enemy to fight. And this fight is pretty easy. If you want to stay close to him, because how slow he is, you can get in a good few hits. And that move there was especially useful with how many times it hit. But just constantly strafe dodge attacking is just your best idea at the moment. And he's down pretty quickly because of how quick we could attack him. And as it turns out, they're mainly mercenaries, they're not special enemies, which is a pretty weird thing. And since we're practically done in this wing, we want to head back to the main area. And there's a bit of cash money for us to pick up. Just quite calming. the rain is. It's very strange. At the time, I didn't really think nothing of it, but quite relaxed watching this right now. And I de-equipped my old bomb arrows because at the moment there's just some birds flying about and we don't need to disturb them right now. And the birds are really just one shot, so at the moment they're just a nuisance more than anything else. Now we can weaken them up before we actually start fighting them, which isn't too bad. And that part's a lot easier than the last. And as you can see here, there's lots of dudes and fences and whatnot, so if we stand by the door here we can't be hit by the arrows because we're just out of range. But if you might be able to guess what we're going to have to do in a moment, then it's alright. But this place does appear to be where Ganon has been training his forces, or storing them to use against us. And our finishing move does a really good job of just finishing them off, obviously. But as you can see, these fences are indestructible in our current state. So if we head on up here, we can find what we need to actually destroy the fences. But I got the wrong way. My bad. What you want to do is head around this side here, and then there's an opening on the right which we can go through. We could skip the enemies if we wanted to and just run straight up here and get on the board, but it's a bit simpler because you get knocked off a lot less. So all you want to do is just charge on through and just knock down stuff and get hit by explosive barrels and whatnot. The boar won't die, but he'll sit down for a little bit if it gets exploded or hurt, or if you charge into a wall. Well, the controls for the board are they're not very tight, they're very loose, which sort of fits in with the fact that you can't control it, but it's still quite annoying. We want to try and knock over these towers, so because it makes things a bit easier then. But like I say, it's just easy to lose control on this. Like there, I could have easily just hit that, but I just couldn't. And right there as well, I just completely well and truly miss it. And you can really see we've already got one key as well. And you might be wondering why I haven't gone through the main doors yet. Well, there's more we can get if we have a second key. You might recognise this style puzzle from the Forest Temple way back when, but the solution to the puzzle is on the floor here. But what we need to do is clear the leaves. And with that we can work out how to do it. And she basically just gave us the hint that we should turn into a wolf. But before we can do that, we should probably do this puzzle, which is in a simple zigzag shape. There we go, we've opened up a door with a new chest. We get ourselves a dungeon map. And as you can see, again, it's just tall, it's not long, like most dungeons here in this game. And there's the dig spot there. And now we've got access to a slightly stormier looking place. So in here, we're going to get another item, which we're going to need for our journey, which will be the second key. And we've got loads of little skeleton dudes, which look like they're out of the Arbiter's Grounds. And you want to take them out just because they're a pretty big nuisance. They're not deadly, but they're just annoying. Yep, there's some cryptic puzzles here, which is quite a nice thing to have, rather than being annoyingly like just no explanation given. And it's a lot easier just to knock these to the ground and then give them a quick bomb to the face. I could have waited for Matey to get in on the action, but I thought I'll be alright for now. And I completely just circle those stupid heart pieces, which is quite annoying. And again, just give him a quick bomb to destroy him permanently. We've now got all our hearts back, so we can use our spin attack again. I'm just sort of like trying to work this out in my head first before I go on ahead and actually do something. And this is the rock we've got a bomb, because this talks about being buried underneath a tree or something. And there's a switcheroonie under here. And that bow is looking pretty massive there. But what we want to do is just walk on top. And we get ourselves 100 rupees here, so the magic armor is becoming pretty tempting to use, but again, unfortunately I don't put it to any use here, so you're not going to see it in action, because quite simply it's just not very good. And we get some torches of light here, which somehow magically stop the rain for a brief moment at a time. and I sort of just think, I know, I'll just open the chests first, but what you're supposed to do here is run outside and light 2 more torches. But because of the rain, you can't actually light. But take this opportunity to refill up the lantern. I'll not need it again, but you know. This is where I believe I clock on to the fact that I'm supposed to light it and run on over to the door on the opposite side. So you do get quite a big window to actually light the torch, the other torches. And as you can see by this, we're going to need the Dominion's Rod. So forget about the enemies for a second, just want to head on over and light these. And the door won't close again now, even if it does start to rain, so you can take as long as you like now. And there's me completely ignoring the shield attack it's telling me to use. And again, just I believe here I just completely forget to bomb him, so. And then here I'll speed this up because it, like I say, I don't like moving these things, it does take some time. And this is where you want to put them, over here. And because there's only one dude left, it's okay to not. Oh, I did take him down in the end because I did remember. But yeah, you just want to just make sure they're all in the hole, and then you want to just not fail the first time like what I did here. But you just want to jump on over. But we can pick up the final item on the outside of this castle. Once we've obviously pulled ourselves another chain diddly aim. And there we go, that's the final item of this outside area, so I'll see you guys when we're inside Hyrule Castle. See you tomorrow.